Hi, I would like to quickly give you a demonstration of how the updates work in location data. Location data is a very powerful component that helps you determine the IP address of a visitor and then also the currency of that specific location, and then does a on the fly currency exchange conversion from your main currency to whatever currency you want, well, the currency of the person's location. This all is possible with its API. This is how you would use it in your own code. You can go through this. Obviously, I would encourage you to go read the actual code in this folder, read this file, and look at exactly how it does it. It will give you so much ability to use it fully. I'm using it in quite a few components. It is really a very useful little tool. Okay, so how does the updates work? I am currently working on an option that will include cron jobs. So you can run updates via a cron job. Currently the updates run via a JSON, a AJAX call. So when you open any of the pages of location data, it does an AJAX call. And if that AJAX call finds that it's time to do an update, it automatically just does an update. So if you were to load location data on the front end of your website, it has a page that shows all the currency exchange rates and everything. Every time that page loads by any visitor, it will automatically update. So that is how the automatic update works. Now you can set when that update should run in the global options. So let me show you that first. So in the global options, you have exchange rate update every 5 hours and IP data table update once a day. So that means if the person or visitor opens the page and the system notices that there hasn't been an update for the last 5 hours, it will automatically do an update. Or there hasn't been an update to the IP tables for the last day, it will automatically do an update. So those updates run on their own without anyone really paying much attention to them, and without you having to set up any cron jobs or anything particular. What is though required is that your system needs to have two specific functions, either the one or the other, turned on. Preferably the first, which is scroll. Now you can see how the update functions look like when you go to GitHub, and in GitHub you'll go to the admin area of the component and then to models, and then you would go to update data. This is the model in which the update classes are declared. So if you scroll down, you'll see that all the code in here is get the latest exchange update, and it basically runs through various functions. And then if you scroll down, you'll eventually see that the two options or functions that it actually looks for is first the curl, whether the curl is available. If that's not available, it falls back to file get contents, which in my opinion isn't the very best option, but it will work. And it will then update the exchange rates. So when it comes to the IP data, here you can see the function that is used to do update IP tables. There is the URL. It basically runs this update, and we are going to see it running a function called upload. Now you can search for the upload function. Let me do that. Control F. And then here's the upload function. You'll see that we are making use of the installer helper class download package, and that is how we get the IP tables. So it falls back to the Joomla convention of its own API on getting a package from another URL, whereas the exchange rates fall back onto curl or file content get, as I showed you previously. So that's just a place where you can come and look at the code and how this automation and even the manual updates are done. The manual updates use these exact same methods. It just obviously grabs them a little differently, but it uses the same methods, and you can see this in Joomla location data, admin, models, update data. So that's the model you should keep your eye on. We will obviously, when we set up the cron job, we'll again just use these same functions and just link them in via another model. Okay, now let me show you how to do a manual update. The manual update is quite simple. There's a place, say, update data. You would open that. And here it will show you when the last updates were done. If there hasn't been any updates, it'll also tell you that. Now, usually the updates won't show because then one of those PHP functions are not actively available in your system. And you need to check that and make sure those features are actually active and available. If you want to update it now, these two buttons at the top are the ones that you would click. So if you want to update the exchange rates, you would click update exchange rate. The browser will start spinning and you'll need to wait a while until it's done. Once it's done, you'll see that the update time is changed to 19 seconds ago. That's when we clicked the button. That's how long it took to actually do the update, which is remarkably fast. And the same goes with the IP, the update of the IPs. You could also just click this button. That takes a little longer, but you'll also just have to wait until the spinner is finished, and it will show you that the update is complete. So let's do that. Okay, so that took about a minute, and so I think on a very fast server that should be even faster, where the network speed is higher. Okay, so here we have a quick demonstration. If it doesn't give you these results, possibility exists that your PHP isn't set up right, so that it doesn't allow those get features that actually get data from external URLs are not active or not available, and you need to fix that to actually use this component. Again, a little heads up on how this works. There is a shell script on GitHub. Here we explain that. You can actually check out the shell script on a repository with the name exchange rates. This is where you can find the shell script. You can run this shell script on your own server, which then pushes to your own repository. There is explanation in this repo here on how to do that. And then you can update just one little line in location data, and that is down here in that same update file that we looked at earlier. You just need to update this URL. Now I'm planning on moving this URL to the global function in the component, so that you could just via the UI update the URL and make use of your own exchange rates server. These exchange rates are being fetched from Yahoo at this stage, and when they become, well, if something happens that we can no longer use them, we'll obviously try and incorporate something which is available at the time. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope this will be enough for you to actually get started and make use of this component in your own components. I am using this component quite often, and it's really proving quite useful to me to convert exchange rates and to actually be able to determine location. So if you need to know more about that, please check out some of the code. You can go to admin helpers, and then here is some of the two most important files that you need to maybe look through to understand exactly how it works. Location data factory is actually used in location data, and it is how we determine many of the values. So you could look through both of these files and really get a good understanding of how this component works. Here in the wiki on GitHub, as well as in the components wiki page, we give you a quick demonstration of how to incorporate this component in your own helper class in Joomla. And as you can see, the file that's getting included is this location data file. And because location data grabs the other file for you, you don't need to do both. And then here is how you can just, for example, get the location data of a specific IP. If you do not have the IP, there's also functions to actually determine the IP. So if you look through the helper class, you'll see all of that is available. As far as I know, if you pass a null to the get location data, it will actually go and look for the IP. So yeah, that's just a quick overview of location data, which is an open source project with the idea of actually having all of you give me input and improving it, making it more stable, making it more trustworthy. If any of you want to make improvements on any of those classes that I've shown you, please make a pull request. Also check out Component Builder, which is actually the application I've used to build this little component. You can check it out over here, Automated Component Builder. This location data is actually also being sold as a mapped component in Component Builder. So you could buy this component as a mapped component. What that means is in Component Builder you map a component, and by that you can extend on it and improve on it, add buttons, add front-end views, extend the component to do more than it at this stage does. In a programmatic way, as well as in an interface called JCB. Now, that is a whole new topic and a long discussion, but it means that location data is going to be around for a long time, since we are actually actively improving it through JCB and hoping that others would get involved. To get hold of this packet, you would basically go to vdm.io's repository and you'll scroll down until you see JCB packages. In JCB packages, there is a few components, of which location data is one. If you have not yet purchased a key to make use of this, then you can click this link at the bottom to actually get the key. Okay, well, that should cover how to update location data, and very soon we will also include a cron job option, sorry, which I will give the instructions of how to set up that cron job on the update page in the component, so that the moment you see those instructions there, you'll know the cron job is ready, and you can set up a cron job if the automated option isn't actually working for you. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Enjoy.